already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And strap on your seatbelts, because it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew Billy.
How's everybody doing tonight? This is another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host DB and co-host Trevor Dinsmore. How are we doing tonight, Trevor?
Listening to that new Eminem song Houdini nonstop. It's on a loop. It's that damn good. It's nostalgic, yes, and I'm normally not a huge fan of nostalgia, but I love that song, and that song has got me in a good mood today and had me in a good mood over the weekend too. Of course, went and saw Chesney. Chesney, ZBB. And Megan Maroney caught Tennessee Orange as I got in the stadium. And, it was a good time. Some of it I don't remember, but that's how I know it was good.
That's the beauty in the liquor or the beer. Mm-hmm.
The magical yellow fluid, as I call it, yes.
God damn it. But anyways, a lot of news, a lot of conversation we have for you beautiful people. You're not going to want to miss it. Tell your grandma, your friends, whoever, if they're not doing anything right now, hop on the live here. But anyways, big news coming from the NFL world. Justin Jefferson signs the biggest deal, non-quarterback contract, Trevor, 4-year, $140 million, $89 million, or $110 million guaranteed. How are we feeling on this? It's well-deserved, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So, but the interesting is how long it took to get the deal done. That's what I think the viewers don't understand.
Yep.
We had
Yeah.
Amon St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Nick Collins, Michael Pittman, and Calvin really all get bags, and Jay Jett's the last one to get it. What the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked into the parameters of the deal, what types of incentives are in there.
Yes.
Obviously, we know the surface of it, $140 million over 4 years, 110 of that guaranteed. Obviously, well-deserved. So maybe it was just some back and forth with, the agent, Jetta, and Vikings management, just trying to iron out everything, make sure that, Jefferson was happy with it, making sure that the Vikings were happy with it. Could have just been that, just politicking back and forth. But as far as a record-setting deal goes, this is a guy that absolutely deserves it, and there might be another LSU alum getting one very soon as well. I'm talking about Jamar Chase, and then of course CeeDee Lamb potentially right behind Jetta here in terms of getting big contracts at the wide receiver position.
The other thing that we saw in the article here. So every year, Trevor, he's went up in yards per game, 87.5, 95.1, 106.4, 107.4. He just keeps climbing. So we hope to see the same production. And I know it's going to happen, but I just don't want all the money to go to his fucking head. Just keep doing what the fuck you're doing, JJ.
Yeah, no, likewise. And I don't know if he'll be able to keep that 107 yard per game pace with the quarterback situation in Minnesota right now. Obviously, you got Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy. They'll likely be competing for the job. But, I've heard McCarthy not doing so hot in OTAs, but that's neither here nor there. We'll see how that situation pans out. But we have seen successful wide receivers with less than successful quarterbacks in the past.
Yes.
I mean, look at how many people have been thrown to Mike Evans. Well, of course, you had the Stafford-Calvin connection. I don't even know why that came to my head. But, even A.J. Brown with like a Ryan Tannehill had a lot of success. So it isn't unprecedented that he could keep that production up just because of how damn good he is and how much volume he's going to get on the offensive side.
Yeah. No, I agree. The other news coming out, Trevor, who do we feel is going to be on the Madden cover? They're going to be releasing that shortly. I'd like to see our TJ Watt be on the cover. I don't think that's going to happen.
Likely not.
But names floating around, which I would be very shocked by, the CJ Stroud, Christian McCaffrey, Jay Jett, Aaron Donald after his retirement year, or Justin fucking Tucker, a kicker.
Well, again, if there's a kicker out there that deserves to be on the Madden cover, I mean, you're talking about what many people consider to be the GOAT there. And I hate to admit it myself, he's in that conversation for me.
Yeah.
He's Of course, he's kicking for the wrong team, but
Yes.
he is that damn good.
Yes.
But I think I said it last week or the week before. I think Jetta's got it. I think
Okay.
Jetta's got it under control. I would think, anyway, you typically want a prolific athlete on there with a big personality, and that's Jetta.
Yes.
That's Jetta for you. And, stack some money on top of the contract, stack some endorsement money on there.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I wouldn't be upset either way. I just want to know who. One of these days, I'm going to have to take care of him because he must know that we do.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah,
I thought that's what it was. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it, but
God,
I guess you did. Yeah.
But anyways, yes, I think Justin Jefferson is more deserving. But if people want to see TJ, that would be kind of cool too. A little fucking rip the jersey off kind of action going on there. But
of course,
the other big news coming out of Detroit is they're working on an OTAs with Jahmyr Gibbs being a more receiving running back. Do you see that even exploding the offense even more than what we saw last year with Amon St. Brown and him, or should they focus on him just coming out of the backfield with the ball in his hand?
I tell you what, let me take a look at who is on that Detroit roster, who's going to fill in that more traditional back type of role. Let me see here. I mean, yeah, you got a David Montgomery right behind him still. And Montgomery's still listed as the first back. He got a good bit of the red zone touches last year.
Yes.
So it's only going to exacerbate the roles that we saw last year. So yeah, I understand that. Exploit your strengths even more. Absolutely. That's Dan Campbell's MO. That should be every coach's MO.
Okay.
You got a player that's multi-talented in Jahmyr Gibbs, and you got a red zone threat, power threat, more traditional type of back, and David Montgomery is a nice 1-2 punch and terrific change of pace too. That's the ideal. That's the ideal. And if there's anyone that knows how to utilize those big beefy boys, it's Dan Campbell. Mm-hmm. He'll do that to the fullest. They got something cooking in Detroit.
Yeah, well,
even after last year.
The other thing too, I don't think people are realizing they're front runners for the Super Bowl contenders here after last season.
They're up there. Yeah, I think they're like third or fourth.
Yes. So I'm excited to see Dan Campbell. I want him to win the Super Bowl, but I do want the fucking Steelers. But Dan Campbell, I am a big fan of Trevor. Yes.
Lions have been waiting for it since the curse of Bobby Lane began. So
Jesus Christ, yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah. The other guy, ex-Steeler here, cancer survivor, James Conner, says he wants to stay in Arizona for the rest of his career. Coming off a stellar fucking season last year, Trevor, 1,000-yard rushing season. Yeah. First time in his 7 years in the NFL. Do you see any issues with him leaving Arizona, or do you see him retiring as a Cardinal? I know that's a very bold statement, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As long as he can't really chase a bag, though. I mean, It's hard to do that as a running back anyway.
Right.
So as long as you have some stability, you're getting touches, you're getting volume, you're getting production, you're contributing to something greater than yourself. Ultimately, that's what a lot of these guys want to do. They want to contribute to something greater than themselves and win a Super Bowl eventually. Yes. Unfortunately, if Conner stays in Arizona, that's likely not going to happen. Yeah. But in terms of his loyalty, he wanted to stay loyal to the Steelers. The situation just wasn't right for us, and we moved on. Could end up the same in Arizona, but I admire his loyalty. There's not a terribly, well, at least not a lot of guys that get a lot of attention that are extremely loyal. You know, I guess another Cardinal that comes to mind is Fitz. Yeah, known for his loyalty. Most guys are known for leveraging for their bag or going elsewhere and getting a bag, as well they should. Yes. As well, I've said it on this program many times. The NFL is a short career. It's a short career, and you're not guaranteed you're not guaranteed a good life after football. If you suffer, something catastrophic in your playing career, yes, you have a pension. Yes, you have hopefully a good money manager, good wealth manager that, puts some of that money away from you, all those millions of dollars that you made. But it's still a short career. So I don't blame anybody for going to chase the bag while they can.
Yes. And I have to say this about Connor, and very distasteful comments. Trevor, injury-plagued time in Pittsburgh, I felt. A lot of people saying due to the cancer treatment, and I'm just happy this fucking guy has silenced them. He went out to Arizona, and he proved it didn't work out with Pittsburgh. It's not a big deal, but he's proved he can fucking contend in the backfield, and that's even though he's a pit guy. I will.
Yeah, no, I know the situation just wasn't right for him.
Yes,
and he's a pit guy. Kenny Pickett was a pit guy. Yeah. It didn't work out with him, obviously for very different reasons. Yeah. But I imagine that's a factor. You're playing in that home stadium. You have that pressure on you of the hometown crowd. You have the weight of expectations on you. And plus, in James Conner's case, you're dealing with fucking cancer.
Correct. So, right. Yeah.
So it's. I'm okay that it didn't work out. I wish it would have. I wish he would have been I wish everyone that we draft is a lifetime Steeler.
I do too. Yeah.
But well, maybe not everyone, but most of them.
There's a couple guys.
We used Devin Bush. Comes to mind. Honestly,
he's,
Kenny as well. But anyway,
he's going to be a cornerstone of this defense for many years. Okay,
he's the next Shazier. Nope. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not. Isn't he toiling in like Cleveland or something right now?
He was on the Seahawks.
He was on the Seahawks last year because I remember us playing them.
I don't know.
I can't remember where he is.
Fucking just couldn't get his fucking head. But
anyway,
another switching over to the Steelers side of things, Dante Jackson is enjoying the role of coaching up a young Joey Porter Jr., which I don't think Joey Porter Jr. needs more fire in that gasoline to that fire. But he's saying through his whole career in Carolina, now coming over to Pittsburgh, he's really enjoying the system and actually knowing what the fuck's going on. Basically, I'm just going to congest that into my own words. So are you excited to see a little fire in the cornerback position there?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to have a nice 1-2 this season. I have a good feeling about it. I want to see who else is on that roster. Well, actually at that corner spot. Let me take a look here. Dante Jackson. Okay, of course we still got Minka and Deshaun Elliott in the back end. Ryan Watts, Josiah Scott. Yeah, I will say obviously I have more faith in the front seven.
Yes,
but hopefully we're going to have some reliable corners there in Porter and Dante Jackson.
Yeah.
So, and in terms of Dante, offering like a mentoring role to Joey, just in the case of know-how, just, typical veteran leadership type of stuff, getting a little bit more polished with his movements, getting a little bit more precise with everything. Because we saw Joey has a talent.
He does.
That's a given. That's a given. We knew that coming out of Penn State. Very physical, not a whole lot of interceptions, but a lot of passes deflected. Stays tight to receivers, doesn't give him a whole lot of airspace. So he's got the talent. He's got the talent, just needs the polish, I guess.
Yes. No, I agree.
That's what I take that as anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy to hear. Last year, the only headline we really heard from secondary from training camp and OTAs was Darnell Washington was a fucking Hulk against Minka. That's really all we got from this. And then we didn't fucking play him. So it's whatever.
Well, you got to learn the playbook. Again, you got to learn the playbook.
Right. No, but other interesting things going on here, Trevor. We got a battle of youth against maybe a veteran Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, but we also are arch rivals, I feel, in my opinion. The Las Vegas Raiders have a very similar thing with a veteran and a younger quarterback battling it as well. I know we already said this, but who do we have starting week one for the Steelers, and who do we see week one starting for the Raiders?
I think it'll be the veterans, Minshew and Wilson.
Okay.
That's typically how you want to do it.
Okay.
I mean, typically that's how you do it with draft picks, and I know that's how they say they want to do it in Minnesota. That's not how they want to do it in Washington or Chicago. They want to throw those guys straight into the fire. That's even how they want to do it in New England. They want to throw Drake May behind somebody and we'll see what happens there. I think you need to throw him right into things. But
Yeah.
as far as the Raiders go, as far as the Steelers go, I think you have enough of a support system there that you can throw in a guy that can keep you in games.
Okay.
In Minshew and Wilson. And that's what they'll do. As long as they can execute, they can make the basic plays. Again, we saw that with Mason Rudolph last year.
Yes.
Just make the basic plays, keep us in games. Our defense is good enough to do it.
Yep.
Stay on schedule, hold the ball for a little bit, play some complimentary football, and I think both of those guys can do it.
Okay.
You want to get your season out on the right foot. And if things go sideways, then you plug in the young guns, and then that opens up the playbook a little more. That's how you typically want to do it.
Okay.
You don't want to, you don't want to show all your cards in the first 2 games of the season. You do that, you're going to sputter out pretty quickly.
Correct.
So you want steady guys in there that know how to run a good playbook, that know how to, run different sets, but you don't have to fold all your cards out there to start.
Right.
And we're not gonna want to do that with Fields because, we can throw him in all kinds of packages. And he honestly, in terms of skill sets and in terms of like schema, Fields, I think, opens it up a little bit more than Wilson.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yep.
Just because of the mobility factor. Wilson's still a little bit mobile. He can probably get outside of the pocket, maybe on some bootlegs and maybe some design runs, but not a whole lot. But Fields, you can run the option with him if you want to.
Very exciting shit. Yes.
Oh, very, very exciting. Yeah, RPO type stuff. You can run that with him. You can run that with Wilson too, but I think you can run that with a greater threat in terms of his feet at the quarterback position with Justin Fields. I think he opens it up a little bit more. So
yeah,
I think that's just going to fall in line with how we're going to want the season to progress, because we're going to need a crap ton of tricks in the bag for those last 6-7 games of the season.
Oh yeah. That question stems off more on the Steelers side of things. They interviewed Fields. There was conversation about kick return and punt return, and he literally just comes out, Trevor, that's not why I'm here. So I'm like, okay, the fire's fucking in him.
Good.
So
good. And I don't know what Pittsburgh media darling was stirring that up, or whether that was an actual report from camp or whatever the hell it was. Put the quarterback on kick returns. That's a good way to get him injured.
Yes.
And a good way to not have your backup for the remainder of the season.
Yes.
We dealt with enough last year when it came to quarterback, and we dealt with enough over the past 5-6 years when it's come to quarterback injuries.
Yeah.
So that'd be the absolute worst thing you do, especially when you got a Cordero Patterson now. Just throw him back there.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Right.
It's not that hard. Yes, it's the obvious thing, but the obvious thing is more often than not right.
Right. Right. No, and then other news. We don't like to dive too far into politics. People have their own opinion on this guy, but
real quick before we get into that, one more Steelers piece, and I just got the notification.
Yes.
Right before this show started. Let me pull this up. It looks like Hayward returned to OTAs and is looking to get a 3-year deal. So he wants to play 3 more years. I think he's 35. So getting up there.
Brings a tear to my eye because the competitiveness in that fucking man is just.
Oh, he's still got it. He's absolutely still got it. I'm just
the issue I'm worried about here is, and to the Steeler fans out there, yes, I know everybody's like, God damn it, did these guys not talk about the Steelers? Yeah, we're a pro Steeler podcast. It's just how it is. But I just don't want the situation we had with James Harrison and DJ, because they kept James on the team, and then they were fucking with him, and then they wouldn't dress him. I know, I believe there's Keanu Benton.
Yeah, Keanu Benton. Yep.
Is he supposed to be the sub or the guy to come in after?
He's supposed to switch in there with Hayward or Ogunjobi.
Okay, he was injured last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a time.
If he can play. I just don't want it to. I don't want his career to be.
Yeah, I want to say he played the last 5 or 6 games of the regular season and the playoff game. So he was injured for more than half the season.
Okay.
I forget with what, but
yeah. Yeah, if he's able to do it. But just, I don't want too much money getting sucked into him, Trevor. That's the only concern. I don't want
I
to.
understand.
But we do need to pay him for his.
He doesn't. He
dedication.
doesn't seem like he'd be too greedy of a money grubber. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what's going on.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That was, like I said, that was literally just me reading a headline. So
Oh, that was fucking perfect because
yeah,
I gotta look.
yeah, got it. Literally right before the show started. I'm like, yeah, I gotta squeeze this in there somewhere.
Yeah. No. But anyways, yeah, we're not diving too far into politics here. Personally, I'm not a fan of him. But Joe Biden finally gave Travis Kelce an opportunity to talk into the microphone. Trevor, it was actually a very cool situation, and I did like how he threw that little piece in. Hey, I'm going to go back there before I get tased because they said I can't be too close to you. So I'm just happy he finally got that opportunity. That's all I really want to talk about.
Yeah. Patty Mahomes stopped him before, and so I don't know if like Secret Service was yelling at him before, but he finally got his shining moment. Good for that guy.
Yeah,
that guy's living the life, man.
Yes,
good for him.
And brother is going to be on the Monday night countdown as well. I don't know if you saw that. Jason will be on. Yes,
no,
so I'm very excited. Very excited
awesome.
for this. Yes,
awesome.
Yes.
He's a hoot. I got to watch more of their New Heights podcast.
I'd rather listen to him than Chris Sims. I can't fucking stand Chris Sims.
No, I'm not a huge Chris Sims guy either. I understand. Yeah.
But a little dark way to end my segment here for the beginning of the show. But we are dealing with another situation, Trevor, of sexual assault with Brandon McManus. He's dealing with some issues here. Yep. We'll be following that. Not enough information to get too far into it, but there is 2 women that are alleging that occurred on a charter flight to London while with the team, Trevor. So I just kind of I don't want to dive too far into it until we get more.
No, I know I believe the Commanders released him as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in. They have 0 kickers on the roster right now as well. So that's something we need to try.
Yeah. They can go get someone. They'll be fine. They can go get someone potentially from the UFL. There were a couple of good guys from the UFL.
Yes.
A couple of guys who were, making like 55, 60-yard bombs. So
yeah,
go scoop up one of those guys, see what the hell happens.
Yeah. But we'll be tracking that situation as well with Brandon McManus there. It needs to unfold more to see what the hell's going on. But moving over to Trevor's segment here, and I'll be coming back later with debate time.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy. Just one more kind of piece of NFL news.
Yes.
We unfortunately lost Mr. Larry Allen, who passed away, from what I understand, peacefully in Mexico while he was with his family. He was 52 years old. As of yesterday, when I was reading about it, there was not a cause of death released yet. But obviously, I don't like too many Cowboys, but this guy was a good one. Wonderful human and just an absolute beast on the football field. Once benched over 700 pounds, brother.
Yeah, you said that last night.
Absolute animal. Absolute. And then of course there's the iconic clip of him running down Darian Connor. That's who he ran down. It was not that Sam Mills guy. Sam Mills was on the same defense, but oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, Larry Allen, 1994 draft pick out of Sonoma State, which is in California. Overcame a pretty tough upbringing in Compton as well. Went to 4 high schools before going to a junior college and then ending up at Sonoma State. Wow. Ended up being drafted in the 2nd round with the 46th pick in 1994 by the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, shit.
He subsequently went on to play a nice storied NFL 12-year career with the Dallas Cowboys, and the last couple of years were with the San Francisco 49ers. He is a 1-time Super Bowl champion. Of course, the Cowboys Super Bowl title in 1995 during that season. 11-time Pro Bowler, 203 career games. He's on the all 1990s and 2000s team. He made that for 2 decades.
Damn.
Absolutely insane.
Yes.
Only missed 21 career regular season games in his career. And he is a part of the famed 2013 Hall of Fame class for the NFL. That class also featured the likes of Chris Carter, Warren Sapp, Jonathan Ogden, and Bill Parcells.
Mm.
So stellar fucking class right there, and he was one of the headliners.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was also a pretty versatile guy. Played pretty much every offensive lineman position but center, but obviously famed as a left guard. And in mourning for him, legendary all-time great Emmitt Smith stated the following. He says, I'm at a loss of words right now. Such a good dude, great player, and super person. The only thing about Larry Allen I know, he had a big heart and lived life to the fullest. A man of very few words, but on the football field was a beast, and he will be sorely missed.
Mm-hmm.
Allen was also a member of the NFL Top 100 list during the 100th anniversary celebration of the NFL. So an all-time great that we are currently mourning. So
yes,
we wish his family well, and thoughts and prayers are with him and his family.
Yes. Condolences to the Allen family. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I got for that.
Okay.
Do we want to move on? Well, actually, I got a couple more pieces of news here.
Yeah, keep it going.
A couple more pieces of news. I was talking to you right before the show about this. The Logo Man card, the Jordan Logo Man card. You're a big card guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Go watch this guy on Whatnot. He's got some good ones for you. A lot of Steelers, a lot of Rodman, right? Good bit of Rodman.
Oh, we got Rodman.
Good bit of Rodman. I know you're PCing a good bit of those.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course. Anyway, what was it? A 0304 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection Logo Man card, autographed by Michael Jordan, recently sold for $2.9 million at a Golden auction. Which Golden is the name of the person that sold it, name of the servicer, I believe, right?
Yeah, they got a whole. They're kind of like
kind of a conglomerate type of situation.
It's like Fanatics in a way, kind of more on the auction side of
Gotcha. And the card itself, it includes a patch of the NBA logo, obviously Michael's autograph. 29 bids were made for this thing, and it actually went 90 minutes over bidding. Ended up at $2.4 million, and the buyer kicked in a $500,000 premium, landing it at roughly $2.9 million, the highest basketball card ever sold.
Oh.
And right behind it, another Michael Jordan card, 97-98, Upper Deck game jersey, game worn auto that sold for $2.7 million.
That's fucking crazy.
And I believe that one had a patch of his jersey that he wore in game 1 of the 98 finals.
That's some goosebump shit there, Trevor.
Oh yeah. I figured I'd get you fired up a little bit.
Besides, I will never be. There's one card, and I know Buddy Doug, me and Trevor, mutual friend.
Of course.
I would someday, it's not going to happen, but a rookie of his, that would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
I saw a couple of his 80s ones floating around on eBay for 150, 200, autos, patches, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, Jordan also has the most expensive jersey. Actually, the jersey was worn in the 98 finals, game 1 of that 98 finals. The 97-98 card, I think, was just a season card. So that was the one that sold for $2.7. The 97-98 game jersey, game worn auto card, and then the most expensive jersey ever sold, $10.1 million, worn in game 1 of the 97-98 finals.
God damn it.
And of course, this pales in comparison to, the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, all-time highest yielding card, $12.6 million. And then, of course, the famed T206 Hannes Wagner that sold for $7.25 million, both of those in 2022.
Yeah.
So, and obviously the card market has been expanding ever since.
Oh
yeah.
It's and Clemente rookies. I mean, everything.
Yep.
I mean, there's you could go on and on, but that's that guy's gonna probably get buried with that card. That's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
A little bit more in news here. Let's talk about Caitlin Carter for a minute, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about Caitlin Carter, and let's talk about excuse me, Kennedy Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little situation. You saw the video, did you not?
Yeah.
You saw the various reactions from different social media personalities and all that.
Yes.
Oh, this is ruining the game. It's all about jealousy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah. What kind of got me, though, was the post-game presser where Kennedy Carter and the coach wouldn't really field questions about it. Like they press, obviously, they to use a pun, they press the issue of Kennedy Carter knocking over Caitlin Clark in a very physical way on an inbound play. I think it was like in the late third quarter.
Yep.
Knocked her over, got a lot of media attention. So naturally, in the post-game presser, she gets asked about it quite a bit. But Carter and the coach both, let me get her name correct here, Teresa Weatherspoon of the Chicago Sky.
Yep.
Just absolutely refused questions on it. So that's kind of what got me, leaning towards it a little bit. And we know what's at play here too. We know what people like to inject into this.
Yes.
We know what the chicks on The View like to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My standpoint is you can do that whole thing, and I'm not even going to want to touch it, Trevor. That's a live wire. My issue is, though, with this girl, Kennedy, what is it? Kennedy Carter?
Kennedy Carter of the Chicago Sky.
She's had multiple issues on teams prior to this, seeing her leave because of whatever.
Yes, Colin Coward described her as the Pat Beverly of the WNBA. So an instigator, somebody that's not going to get a whole lot of stats, but is going to get a lot of attention, kind of like a Marcus Smart as well.
Draymond Green kind of little thing going on there.
Yep.
My issue is
instigators, hype people. Yep.
And I showed you this. Okay, this girl.
Yep.
She is the Michael Jordan, the Dr. J of this generation. Okay, she literally, and I saw Angel Reese's interview as well. That's over there.
Yeah, that's another can of worms.
That's another can of worms. I don't know as a nation, and if anybody takes anything from this, and I don't want to be long-winded, Trevor, but if anybody takes anything from this episode, when you see greatness, why the fuck now? And they did it with Michael. They did it with Dr. J. They did it with.
I know.
Why don't you want to build that person up? She's not coming around being yes, there was things in college, but now she's just trying to stay on the fucking roster. And everybody, every time she touches the court, Trevor, the amount of pressure that's on this young lady's fucking shoulders, it's immensely bullshit. It's fucking like, you're so good at this. Keyboard warriors and everybody are just going to attack you. Now she's getting fucking beat the shit out of like it's the bad boys fucking Pistons every game almost. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And to the league, no offense, WNBA, your ticket sales are going up just because of this one girl. It is what it is, but you need to fucking protect her because she's getting the shit kicked out of her almost every time she touches the court. And it's bullshit.
And as far as it, being about, her race and all that.
Oh,
Sue Bird was white.
Yes.
One of your goats. Sue Bird was white. Lisa Leslie, not Lisa Leslie. Cheryl Swoops was white.
Yeah.
And what many people consider to be the GOAT of the WNBA, Diana Taurasi, was white.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, if we're going to, that's what we're trying to project. She's just playing basketball. All right. We got enough.
That's all she wants to do. That's all she wants to do. And in her, for the record, in her post-game presser, she just kind of brushed it off her shoulder. She's like, "Oh, it's a physical game. That's how it's going to be." And I understand that I'm the target of a lot of attention. So I'm going to have a target on my back, to paraphrase what she said. That's not directly quoting her, but the point remains. Yeah. When you get this much mass media attention, people are going to find any way to try and knock you down.
Right.
And if there's anyone that can pick themselves back up and not succumb to it in the WNBA, it's definitely Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
I understand people saying she might have to beef up a little bit. She might have to get a little bit more physical. Fine. She can do that.
Right.
She can absolutely do that.
Right. But
People said the same thing about the NBA transitioning from less of a physical game to, more of a 3-point shootout type of a game, right?
Right.
This is a glimpse into the future we're talking with Caitlin Clark.
Yes. And I will tell you this, shame on the people. She's inspiring so many young ladies that are athletes.
Yes.
She spent on average, Trevor, and to the people that watch this and want to degrade her as well, she spent on average 30 fucking minutes after each game autographing young girls or autographs to the fans or posing for photos. So I don't want to fucking, she's good for the game. Give her fucking flowers and let her alone. Okay. I'm just,
when I said Cheryl Swoops earlier, I meant Lauren Jackson. I read it wrong. My bad. Lauren Jackson is white. Cheryl Swoops is definitely black.
But I mean, but that's what, whatever. It's crazy to me. It's just mind blowing to me. It really is. It doesn't even matter. Even if it was vice versa. I don't give a shit.
Here's what I don't understand though, DB. And I know we're getting kind of into the trenches with this.
That's okay.
People wanted attention on the WNBA, right?
Yes.
People wanted it to be as big, if not bigger, than the NBA, even though it was an NBA subsidized league and was in losses for a while and wouldn't even exist if it weren't for the NBA subsidizing it.
Correct.
You finally get the needle mover.
Yep.
You finally get the needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
You had it with Magic and Larry in the 80s NBA. In the 70s, NBA was losing money. Mm-hmm. Left and right, ticket sales were down, ratings were down, all of it was down.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Magic and Larry come along. 2 generational talents, 2 needle movers at the same time.
Yep.
Then you got a needle mover with the WNBA.
Yep.
Going straight to the Indiana Fever. A relatively small market team, by the way.
Correct.
Elevating that up.
Yes.
And elevating the WNBA as a whole. Y'all got charter flights now. Y'all got perks that are getting closer to what the NBA guys are getting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why the complaining? Why the complaining? Because it's someone that doesn't look like you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what, but it's beyond that. I just don't like, I felt with Dr. J, Michael, Kobe, Larry Magic, the other guys around, there's a respect of, okay, this girl or this, in reference to the NBA, these guys are just fucking dogs. Okay. They're greatness. And we're going to just respect them, and they got respect. But some reason this girl's not getting respect right now. And I hope it does get, her respect goes up, Trevor, because it's, there's just a weird thing here. She's in college, she's beloved, and now she goes.
Well, yeah, and quite frankly, it's not just the media, it's not just people that are frankly just jealous of her, including Angel Reese and Cheyenne Carter.
Yeah,
or excuse me, I think it's Cayenne or Kennedy Carter.
Yep.
So, who are the big 3 in this draft? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Who's the other one that went to the LA Sparks? I forget her name.
I forget her name, and I apologize to the viewers.
Yeah, no, likewise. But the fact that I even know the top 2 WNBA draft picks kind of says a lot about where the game is going to, because I will admit I'm a very casual basketball fan.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm much more of a diehard NFL, even NHL type. I love watching those games a lot more. They're more entertaining to me. I love the physical aspect, the gladiator type aspect of those contests.
Right.
More so than I enjoy basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that a casual like me knows what's going on with the WNBA right now should be celebrated.
Correct.
Should be
5
celebrated.
years ago.
Oh, yeah, not a clue. But going back to what I was saying earlier, it's not just the media, it's not just the players, it's not just some of the coaches that are within the league that are pointing these things out, and are just absolutely purely jealous of Caitlin Clark. Yeah. The WNBA put the Indiana Fever on an 11-game schedule within 20 days, by far the most of any WNBA team. Yes, I know they want to cash in on their cash cow real quick.
Yeah,
but you can't burn the girl out, man.
No.
There's value in scarcity.
Yeah.
There's value in waiting to watch her play.
Yep. Yep.
Any good promoter will tell you that.
Yes. Well,
The less of, honestly, we see it even in professional wrestling. The less a person shows up, the more valuable they are, seemingly.
correct.
I mean, look at how much Brock Lesnar shows up. Look at how much Roman Reigns shows up. Not very much.
Right.
Not very much. And look at how much they're absolutely adored by fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that the WNBA should go to a professional wrestling schedule, but you're going to burn the girl out too. You're going to wear her out. You're going to expose her to these types of physical situations.
Correct.
In her first year,
mm-hmm.
in her first year as a WNBA pro.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have some sensibility about you. I understand you got a cash cow, and she's going to make all kinds of money off endorsements, merch. She's going to increase ticket sales, TV ratings, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't burn her out, though.
No.
You can't burn her out, though.
No.
And you got teams like the Aces. They only played 6 games.
Well, right.
In 20 days, which I believe that was as of a couple days ago when I saw this. When I saw this article with Kennedy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
But the point remains.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to be, I'm getting a lot of jealous energy on a lot of fronts and a lot of seemingly not knowing what you have when you have it.
Oh, yeah. I agree, Trevor. Yeah. I do.
So
I do. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but.
And look at that. We dedicated like 10 minutes to the WNBA.
Well, it needed to be talked about.
Yeah. And again, just the fact that we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we're just a little dinky podcast here.
Correct.
But normally, primarily football podcast that, sprinkles in NBA, MLB.
Yeah.
Is not going to dedicate 10 minutes of their show to the WNBA.
No.
So I would say my advice to the media, my advice to the players, coaches, keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bad press.
No.
Keep propping her up, please.
Yeah.
Please.
I agree with you.
And if it's in an unhealthy way, so be it. She's going to make your game grow one way or another.
Yeah. I agree with you. Good segment. We need to talk about it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm almost to tears. It was fucking beautiful.
No.
I'm serious.
No, I got you, buddy. Yeah, we'll go to one hard hitting thing. We'll go to something that hopefully we can breeze our way through here.
Okay.
Do you want to do what's more likely first or the?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
do that.
We will throw on.
Then I'll throw in a couple palate cleansers.
Yes. And then we'll throw.
Then the pièce de résistance.
What's more likely with Trevor? There you go.
A lot of NBA offseason rumors floating around, even in the midst of the NBA Finals starting up this Thursday in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about that here in a second. But some news out of Philadelphia. Sixers are nearing a max deal with Tyrese Maxey, 5 years, $205.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see that. To see that. So this question might be somewhat in vain, or it might tickle your fancy. We shall see.
Okay.
What's the more likely blockbuster move this offseason? LeBron to the 76ers or PG-13 to the Lakers?
Oh, LeBron to Sixers.
You think that's more likely?
Yeah.
I'm going to say PG-13 to the Lakers for me. He stays in LA. Just goes across town. Obviously, the more impactful and the more talked about one, if it were to happen, would be LeBron to the Sixers. And obviously, that's the one I would love.
Yes.
Well, love.
Trevor, that comes with something.
I know. I know. Literally, you saw my emotions play out and you saw my process play out in real time there. I would love it on the surface, but then I know what comes with that. But I will say this in the same vein: LeBron might be a better GM than Daryl Morey. So,
honestly,
or I guess he's president of operations, whatever he is.
Embiid gets a ring if LeBron goes to the Sixers.
Yeah,
but I don't know what happens after that. That's what I'm worried about. But
I don't care.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I don't care. I don't care if we go through the process years again. I want a ring, and not on this finger, because this is my married finger.
Right.
It's for whatever lovely lady, buckles me down, and this one is for
Wow. Even tied in the slogan there.
I tied it into the show. You like that? On the spot. Didn't even plan that. Didn't even plan that.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
No. Yeah, I would like to see the Sixers. Yeah.
Yeah. But to me, PG-13, the Lakers, a little bit more doable. I don't know if it's more sensible, but to me, it's more doable, and it would be a Lakers thing to do.
It would be.
So
yeah, I agree with you on that. Fuck.
But anyway, so rumor has it, Kristaps Porzingis is healthy again.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100%, but likely going to play game 1.
Mm.
So between him and Derek Lively, who's been on a bit of a tear lately, getting a lot of boards, playing good defensive ball, playing a good bit of minutes, who has more of an impact in the rebounding department in the NBA Finals, Lively or Porzingis? Lively, for his money, averaging 7.2 a game in the postseason. Porzingis averaged the same over the regular season.
One stub, the unicorn. I'm going Porzingis.
I like Porzingis as well. Mm-hmm. It's time for him to step up.
When he was on the Knicks, Trevor, for fuck's sake, man. I mean,
ridiculous.
Yeah. It was Jokic level.
Yeah. Not quite carry your team to a finals level, but
right. Yeah.
And I should preface that with the Nuggets had a lot of good supporting pieces as well. Knicks, not quite as much. Because you had Porter, you had Murray. They were doing just fine.
Did he cross over with Melo?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I think he might have been drafted when Melo was still there, but he still had the 2 years of international to play.
Correct. So,
okay. Yeah. Yep. So, both on the same page there with Porzingis.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. In the same vein with the NBA Finals, what's more likely? And any player breaks the single game record for points in the Finals, still held by Elgin Baylor at 61, or Drew Holiday comes out of nowhere to win Finals MVP.
Well, fuck. When I play, I'm going off a video game. I'll tell you right now, he's a fucking dog.
I know.
In video games.
That's what I mean. And we've had dark horse MVPs come around before.
I don't see.
Iguodala comes to mind, obviously.
If Michael and Kobe couldn't do it, I don't see anybody right now up to that level of breaking Baylor's record. So I'm going to go with Drew Holiday.
You're going to go with Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Luka, and he's just going to absolutely go off and hit like 20 step backs.
Special.
I like the dark horse MVP angle, though. I don't want the Celtics to win.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless who wins, I think the series goes 7 games. I think, either way, the Celtics are going to lose more in this series than they have all postseason. They've only lost twice.
Right. And I'll say this. I'm okay if Elgin's record gets broken by Mavs, but if it's broken by Celtics, I will be fucking pissed.
No, I understand. Partially why I brought it up, too. I know you have a somewhat of a sentimental attachment to that.
Fuck.
So I should have looked up when he did it, too, because it had to have been probably in the 60s.
Oh, he was
maybe 70s.
He was fucking Michael Jordan before Michael, or actually, I wouldn't say Dr. J before Dr. J.
Right.
He was fucking ahead of his time.
No, he was, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Did he cross over? When did the 3-point line happen?
I think he was done.
Yeah, I think he was done before that, because I think it came around in Larry Bird's time, like Larry Bird's first or second year, I think.
I don't think him and Magic ever got to play together. I think 70. I think around when Dr. J was actually taken out. I got to look that up. I don't know when the hell Elgin retired.
I want to say it was 70s because I remember playing with him on 2K the other night, and
Yep.
and his 70s rating was a lot lower than his 60s rating.
I agree with it. Yep.
Yeah.
Which
so,
is just
yeah. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And for the record, any player breaking the single game record for points plus 7,500 on FanDuel, Drew Holiday to win Finals MVP plus 6,500. So pretty even odds for both
You
of
might
those.
want to put that in.
Yeah, it's a dark horse. Obviously, the top two, Luka, Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it's going to be. Right behind him, Brown and Kyrie. So that's just kind of how that goes. The Stars are going to get the best odds, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Transitioning, kind of looping back to football, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. We're going to talk about football some more. We still got the NFL schedule to cover, fella.
Right.
So we'll do that. We're going to bounce around in between sports between now and then, though. More likely, AFC North Star to grace the cover of Madden first. We've already thought about who's going to do it for the upcoming. Is it going to be called Madden 25? Because we already have a Madden 25.
That did pop in my head too, and I don't know what the hell they're going to do there.
Whatever Madden 2025, whatever it's going to be called.
Yeah.
More likely AFC North Star to grace the cover first. Not in this video game, but in the future. Justin Tucker or Myles Garrett?
Oh. Fuck.
It's got one that's kind of unprecedented with a kicker on the cover.
God,
and
Trevor,
then, of course, you got multiple Defensive Player of the Year.
No.
One of the best of his time.
I hate both of them.
No, I know. That partially why I asked you to.
I'm going to go Tucker selfishly because I want TJ on there before Miles. Fuck him.
Fair enough.
It's selfish, but
I'll say I'll go the unselfish route, and I'll say Miles.
Okay.
I
won't buy that. I won't buy it.
Defensive ends are, edge rushers are more on a pedestal than kickers. So I think
that might have been the most hated question that you asked me on this segment. God
no, I think one from a few weeks back. Who's more likely to sweep the Steelers?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That
okay.
one.
Never mind. Yeah.
That one. So that one's up there though. That one's probably top 3.
Oh fuck.
That one's probably top 3. I gotta make you hate your life for a second.
Fuck. That was good.
Yeah. You're welcome, viewers. You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Fuck.
On to more of a positive note, we're going out of the AFC North. We're done with the AFC North for right now. Now, we're gonna sprinkle them in here in a little bit, but more likely to be a first-time Super Bowl champion this year. Couple dark horses: Houston Texans or Atlanta Falcons. One has obviously been to the big dance. We know what happened. The other one, still very youthful in terms of, NFL franchises and never been to one.
Oh, boy. That's heavy.
One with a veteran quarterback looking to lead a veteran roster. The other one, more of an up-and-coming youthful roster. A lot of juxtapositions here, but equal potential, it seems.
Yeah. I'd say just because I want Kirk to get there just one time, even if he doesn't win it, I want the Falcons.
Okay.
I want him to prove that he belongs.
I want the Super Bowl 51 redemption story as well.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah.
One of the worst games I've ever watched.
Oh, I hate it.
But also one of the best games that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll leave the viewers to figure out the reasons why. And if you don't know what Super Bowl 51 is, Google it.
3.
Google 28-3.
28-3. Yeah.
28-3. Yeah. 28-3 then 28-9. Delving into baseball, and then I'm going to transition into a couple of palate cleansers for everybody relating to some recent happenings in baseball, but integrating a what's more likely question. A couple down on their luck franchises as of late. Obviously, our Pittsburgh Pirates and the Kansas City Royals. They're both doing pretty good this year, hovering around 500. Royals a little bit above that, and I want to say that they're in the lead in their division. Let me check on this real quick.
Okay.
The Royals are actually 4 games back of the Cleveland Guardians in the AL Central. The Pirates 8.5 back of the Brewers in the NL Central. So, couple mysterious franchises trying to figure out their way through this 2024 MLB season.
Mm-hmm.
What's more likely, that the Pirates win 90 plus or the Royals win 100 plus? And for their money, they've only done that one time, 1977. And the Pirates, they have not reached 90 wins since that 2013 to 2015 stretch when they, lost to the Cards in the wild card round, not the wild card, the NLDS, and then lost 2 straight to Mad Bomb and Arrieta wild card games. So
I'm going to say the Pirates on this one, Trevor.
Okay. Oh, you're actually going with the long shot here. The former is plus 3,500 on FanDuel, and the latter, Royals to win 100 plus 2,800.
Oh,
yeah, it's an interesting.
Okay,
it's an interesting one. Part of that, I guess, has to do with the schedule. The Royals probably got to play the White Sox a few more times.
Right.
The likes of the Twins and the Tigers. Actually, the Twins are 33-26, so they're not doing too bad themselves. Tigers are breaking even at 500. I did not realize just until looking at it right now how good the NL Central actually is. A far cry from last year, that's for sure. When all but I think one of the teams was at or below 500.
Okay.
So, yikes. But anyway, a couple palate cleansers in terms of news here. Again, relating to the MLB. What's this guy's name? Tucupita Marcano. Have you heard about this?
No.
You have not heard about this? Okay.
No.
So he received a permanent ban from the MLB for betting on baseball games. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So this guy, he made 231 Major League Baseball bets and 25 on Pirates games while he was on the active roster last year.
Jesus fuck.
In total, he made 387 baseball bets. And baseball, I would assume, encompassing like Korean, international baseball, minor league baseball, and the like. In total, 387 baseball bets, 231 of those MLB, and 25 of them on his games.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And MLB Rule 21, and this is posted in every clubhouse, in every MLB stadium. A player, umpire, league official, or team employee that has no duty to perform and bets on a game results in a 1-year suspension. Betting on a game in which the player has a duty to perform results in a lifetime ban. Hence why the likes of Pete Rose was banned. Mm-hmm. You bet on games that you were in. Mm. And for the MLB's money, they caught 4 other guys in tandem with this guy as well. A's pitcher Michael Kelly, he bet on 10 games in October 2021. Jay Groom, a Padres minor leaguer, he bet on 32 MLB games from July 2020 through July 2021. Then Jose Rodriguez, a Philly minor leaguer, bet on 31 games from June through July in 2022. 28 of those were MLB bets. And then Andrew Salafrank, an Arizona minor leaguer, was banned for a year for 29 baseball-related bets in October and September of 2021. In total, he only bet about $500 on baseball games. And those last 4 that I listed all received 1-year suspensions in line with MLB Rule 21.
Okay.
For his money, too, Marcano, of those 387 bets, he only won about 4.3% of them. And I didn't do the math, but that's not a whole lot.
No.
It's not a lot. I mean, I'm going to talk about another guy that got in some trouble with some gambling here. At least he won a little bit and he lost a little bit. Okay. Obviously, the magnitude's a little bit greater, but he only won on 4.3% of his bets. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And the contents of those bets not disclosed in the article that I found. Whether those are probably a good bit of parlays is probably why.
Oh, dumb fuck. Yeah. Well,
you can't you throw that in there, sure, but you can't do that every single time. You're not going to win. It's just how it goes. Maybe 2-leggers. Just do 2-leggers.
Right.
It's not hard. Get the odds to like plus 150, double your money, and get out of there.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the hell out of there. Not that hard.
So, Trevor, I just got to ask you because
yes, sir.
You're accountant.
I am.
Are they? How the fuck are they getting this? Is this from their taxes, or how are they finding out these guys are betting? That's what I just.
That's a very good question, actually. Well, the guy I'm going to talk about, Ipe. You remember Ipe? That much is obvious. There was a whole probe into that situation,
right.
But a lot of it is sportsbook accounts. Tracing emails, tracing those, and tracing them back to the player, tracing IP addresses.
Yeah.
There's a digital footprint everywhere you go. Like literally, I'm going to be clicking through stuff as I'm going through NFL schedules and stuff. There's a digital footprint for that too. So
that's fucking wild.
Oh yeah. They can track when and where you place the bet, what it was for, and all that. That's why they had the detail for the one guy, that Sal Frank. They had all the financial details with him. They had it all, obviously, with Ipe Mizuhara.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I believe a lot of it is just tracing those accounts and just like overall just screening everybody comes in their building. Because like I said, that rule's just posted literally everywhere.
Right.
In every major league clubhouse. So it's pretty apparent.
Okay.
And they probably have some sort of task force or department at the MLB headquarters that's dedicated to that sort of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah. Figure that out. So, in a little bit bigger news, I mentioned his name already, Ipe Mizuhara. Finally pleaded guilty to bank and tax fraud charges during a change of plea hearing. He got 2 counts that carry a maximum sentence of 33 years in prison, and I believe it's up to a $1.25 million fine. His sentencing is scheduled, I believe it's for October 25th. He pretty much gave himself up right away, spilled the beans on everything. He placed 19,000 wagers from December 2021 to January 2024 using Shohei Ohtani's money, a lot of that being his Angels earnings that he gained access to through his bank accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And in that same vein, he even impersonated Shohei in approving some wire transactions for the use of the betting.
Jesus Christ.
So in those 19,000 wagers, he made about $142 million and lost about 182. So overall, lost about $40 million.
Fuck.
Yeah. Lovely human being.
Yeah.
Lovely human being. But according to federal authorities, none of those bets were on baseball.
Okay.
None of those bets were on baseball.
Okay.
And kind of going along with this too, in addition to the tax fraud and the bank charges that he's receiving, his immigration status is up in the air. So he could face up to and including deportation.
Fuck.
So I'm not an immigration expert, but I know green cards are contingent on you being a lawful American person,
right?
Perhaps holding down a job. I'm not sure all of the stipulations with that, but it seems like Ipe violated a few of those stipulations.
Yeah.
So,
way to go, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Dumbass.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and this actually changed the plea that he put in on May 14th. He put in a plea of not guilty when it was just that $4 million that was in question before the probe was launched and all of that, before the MLB launched their investigation as well. So, and the MLB, for their money, made a statement on this, and I quote, "Based on the thoroughness of the federal investigation that was made public, the information the MLB collected, and the criminal proceeding being resolved without being contested, MLB considers Shohei Ohtani a victim of fraud, and this matter has been closed."
Yeah.
So this thing got done quick.
Very quickly. Trevor.
Bear in mind, Ipe only got fired about 11 weeks ago.
Correct. Yeah.
So it took less than 3 months for all of this to come full circle. And we've seen these things drag out for years and years and years.
Yep.
This one, not so much. Pretty clear cut what happened. Shohei is innocent. Ippei pretty much did everything wrong. Any thoughts on this other than the swiftness of how this matter was closed? And we have a clear person of guilt too. It's not up in the air. It like everyone's come to the same conclusion. Shohei's people, the authorities that investigated the thing, the federal authorities, the MLB, everybody's come to the same conclusion. Ippei, it was all Ippei. No foul play, so to speak, on Shohei's part.
Trevor, I'm going to be the little woodpecker pecking the tree here.
Sure. Real quick, what's more likely is still on my screen.
Oh, sorry.
I just noticed that as you were talking.
We're not okay. I think the biggest thing here is how did Shohei not see 40 fucking or whatever that amount? Not that kind of just makes me kind of
no, I know
what the hell's going on there. You got because you have to have
wired $17 million from Shohei's account. I think it was in total.
I mean,
to settle the gambling debt with the guy, Matthew Bauer, the bookie who was under federal investigation.
Yeah, there's just
how did Shohei not see it coming? That's your question.
Question 2,
or how did Shohei not detect it?
Trevor, when you, I don't know the amount he had in his bank account, but I'm guessing he has his own personal account.
Yeah.
Maybe what have you, whatever the fuck. I don't know the whole deal with that amount of money, but it's just, you got the superstar of your league. I've never seen something go this quick. That's why I'm just skeptical of the whole fucking situation. Like, how did you not know the money left?
It's one way to look at it.
This guy takes the fall. Why the fuck is he taking the fall so quickly?
A lot of conspiracy theories could come out of this. Yeah.
Oh, I think it'll.
They already have, and they're going to develop some more.
It'll follow him. Not as bad as Pete Rose. I think if he stays on track, he's been fucking killing it. But I think it'll be just a little blemish. What really fucking happened here?
Yeah.
We'll see a 30-30 when we're 50 years old about it.
Once Shohei's done with his career and potentially in the Baseball Hall of Fame, then we'll see a little documentary on this.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll interview Ippei from prison. I don't know. We'll see what happens, We'll see what kind of finger pointing goes on, what kind of conspiracy theories are thrown around.
I'm just saying, how the fuck? I don't know. Even $1 million. How don't you? Does he not have alerts on his phone? Does he have a chase card or what kind of?
Here's the thing too. Ippei set it up to where he got the alerts and where he got all the notifications, and he had a good bit of authority over that account, if not complete and total authority. And keep in mind, these guys were together for the better part of over a decade, actually. They were for the better part of 11 years, from Japan until about 11 weeks ago.
That's something.
Or excuse me, it was 6 or 7 years ago when they came from Japan, and he was with the Angels for a little bit, and then so they were buddy. They were absolute buddy. The article said they were rarely not seen together until his firing.
Trevor, I hope to God, if we ever take off in this, I would never expect you to do that for me or me do that.
Shohei didn't expect it out of it.
It's like
that's kind of they were tight.
I know
they were buddy. They had complete and Shohei had complete and total trust in Ippei, and
I think some more stuff comes out.
I would think so. You have to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Good topic. God damn it.
Oh yeah. No, I had some hard hitting stuff today. The Caitlin Clark thing, and then the Ippei Mizuhara thing. That I found out that was concluded upon today.
Okay.
So glad that piece of news came out before we got on the air here.
Yep.
You ready for a news segment, bud? Basically, it's our semi main event, and then of course we're going to cover the NFL schedule, and then we'll talk debate time for a little bit. So we'll try and breeze through some of these.
Yes. We got License to Sicko, new segment here for.
Oh, I hear you now.
Okay, gotcha.
I couldn't hear you for the sentence there.
It cuts me out.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, License to Sicko, a little bit of play. If y'all know the Beastie Boys, License to Ill, that's kind of what I was going for.
Yes.
But anyway, License to Sicko,
Mhm.
and this is the segment that I talk about the college football 25 coming out.
Yeah.
Remember I said we were going to talk about some teams and how cool it would be to win a national championship with like Army.
Yes.
This is that segment. So I got some rules to lay down for y'all with this segment. I got 4 of them, actually.
Okay.
4 of them to lay down for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to run through each one of the NCAA Division I FBS conferences, because NCAA Division I FBS teams are the only ones in the game.
Yep.
We're going to run through all of those. We're going to run through all of the teams week by week until the games release July 19th.
Okay.
Which I believe you can pre-order it and get it. I think it's like July 17th or 14th, or you can get it early. Get it early. So it might be out by the time we wrap this segment up in July. But regardless, I wanted to get us started with it.
Yep.
So first rule, each team gets rated 1 to 10 on how sick it would be for a sicko, and I'll describe what a sicko is in a second.
Mm-hmm.
How sick it would be for a sicko to win a national championship with that team.
Okay.
1 being the least sick, 10 being the most sick.
Okay.
So 10 out of 10, I'm talking like Chattanooga.
Okay.
You know.
Yep.
I guess the second rule, more of a clarification point. A sicko, for our definition, is a hardcore fan to the point of sadism or sheer madness or even sexual arousal for college football watching, analyzing, betting, and or game picking.
Fuck. Yep.
Examples of sickos include East Coast Pac-12 fans that will stay up, Pac-12 after dark. I guess this year Pac-2 after dark. Mm-hmm. Or that consider to be Tuesday the greatest night of the week with Maction.
Okay. Yep.
That's a sicko.
Okay.
That's a sicko. Like I said, we're going to go conference by conference each week. This week, we're covering the independents and the ACC.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a sickos scale for us. So we're going to rate these teams 1 to 10, me and you.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to determine an average score and a rating of sickness.
Okay.
Which I have the scale described here. If an average score is from 1 to 2, perfectly healthy, no symptoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're perfectly like we are right now. Nothing.
Yep.
I'm not sick at all. No cold, no fever, nothing.
Right.
If you go from a 2 to a 3, we're talking, you got a little migraine. You got a little migraine going on. You got a little migraine going on. Not good. Not good, but not bad. You can power through a day with it. Then if you go from a 3 to a 4, common cold. Common cold. Going to hold you up a little bit, inhibit you from doing some things, but still treatable and won't last too long.
Right.
If you go from a 4 to a 5, we're talking fever with a sore throat and a cough.
Okay.
Something you might have to, get in bed for. You might have to get horizontal. Then you might have to, get mommy or daddy to help treat you a little bit.
Right.
Then from 5 to a 6, we're talking wine hangover. Feels good.
Ooh.
Feels good.
Ooh.
But you regret it in the morning.
Yes. Okay.
From 6 to 7, we're talking food poisoning. You got food poisoning. You're hurling. You're hurling left and right.
Okay.
From 7 to 8, you got a full-on flu.
Oh.
You got a full-on flu. You're in bed. You're bedridden. You're going to be bedridden for 3 or 4 days. Not fun.
Mm-hmm.
From 8 to a 9, we're talking kidney stones.
Oh.
Painful. Okay. Painful motherfuckers. Painful motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And from 9 to 10, you got the plague.
Oh.
You got the plague. That's how sick we're going to go. That's how sick we're going to go.
Okay.
So we're going to start out on a bit of a bias note because they are technically still an independent, though they play an ACC schedule predominantly. Mm-hmm. My favorite team, Notre Dame. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how sick would it be to win a national championship with Notre Dame in Dynasty mode in CFB 25?
7?
7? Yeah, I was close to that as well.
I apologize, Trevor. I don't mean that.
No, that's okay. Here's the thing though. When I mean like how sick would it be, and the sickos term and all that.
Yeah.
Talking like absolute degeneracy in building your dynasty team, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 So, like we're gonna talk about this team in a minute, like a UMass. You're taking a UMass from 0-12 to the Natty.
That's about a 9.
Yeah.
Or 10.
I'll preemptively put that down to 10 for you.
Okay.
But anyway, but yeah, Notre Dame, obviously they're my favorite team, and I want to see them get over that hump. They're likely going to be in the 12-team playoff this year. They've been very close. They've been in the playoff, but they've run into the likes of Clemson, and they ran into Alabama in the 2012 national championship. So, I want to see them get over the hump. I'll say a 6, though. Okay. I'll say a 6. A 6. So that puts us in food poisoning range.
Yes.
Salute to the service academies here. Army, still an independent.
Oh, the amount of respect I have for the servicemen. I got to say an 8 there, Trevor.
I was going to say 7 to 8 as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, average score 7.5. We're talking flu. We got the flu. That's how sick that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Preemptively put UMass as a 10 for you. It's a 10. It's a 10 for me too.
It's an 8-10 score
for me.
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, is it 8-10 now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not in football because
they're
still
listed
as not in football.
football.
Yeah, not in football. They're still listed as an independent there.
Yep.
So, 10 out of 10. We got the plague, bud.
Okay.
We got the plague for UMass. Then UConn.
I fucking hate UConn.
I was gonna say I was probably gonna put this. I was
4.
Like 6. Okay. I'll be nice and I'll say 6.
Okay.
So you got a 4.
Yeah, I don't really care for UConn.
No, that's totally fine. We got a wine hangover.
Yeah,
we got a wine hangover for that one. That's it for the independents. Actually, there was only 4 of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there's only 4 of them, and Lord knows if they might be joining conferences pretty soon because everything's starting to well, not starting to. Everything's well in process of consolidating now.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we'll see what happens. Honestly, I want Notre Dame to join the Big Ten. That way, they play Penn State again.
It would be very cool.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that again.
Yeah.
So running on to the not the SEC, the ACC, the Atlantic Coastal Conference, who itself is undergoing a little bit of turmoil with the likes of FSU and Clemson, some lawsuits going on there. But anyway,
yes.
And this is essentially in order of the standings last year because I literally just looked up the standings and just made sure that they were still in the conference this year.
Okay.
And apologies if any of these teams transferred out. We're going off of 2023 conferences.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Florida State. Putting this at a 1. I hate
1.
I hate Florida State. 1.
I was waiting to see. Yeah, 1.
Yeah, no, I can't stand Florida State. And my dad would agree.
Yeah.
My dad has a lot more of a vendetta against Florida State than I do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we're perfectly healthy right there.
Well, yeah. Okay. I see. Now I'm getting it. Yes.
You got it. Yeah. You got it. Okay. Louisville.
I don't hate them as much.
Me neither. I like what I like what they built. I like what they contended with last year. They did pretty well. Fell off a little bit toward the end of the season, but
I'm going to be kind of with like Dave Portnoy with the 1-bite score around the 7 and 8 around there. I'm going to say 7 again for Louisville.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I just put. I'll go 7 as well. Actually.
Yeah.
I put myself down first as a 7 while you said 7, but no, I'll go 7. I'll go 7 as well. NC State, the Wolfpack.
I'm gonna have
I know a few people that like NC State too. So
just be cool. 8.
8.
Yeah,
I'm
they're more
going to say 7
basketball
again.
school, I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More of a historic school here. Obviously, the coach
Mm,
who the Heisman's named after
mm,
coached this school,
mm.
Georgia Tech, bringing them back to prominence.
They're just kind of there.
I agree.
6,
I was thinking 5,
5, 6. Okay.
6. Okay.
Mm.
Now, this one's going to be an interesting one depending on your knowledge of like college football entrances.
Okay.
Because this, to me, is the
Pinnacle.
biggest
Okay.
chef's kiss of all of them. The Virginia Tech Hokies.
Very little fun fact here, Trevor, and I got to.
Sure.
I don't want to.
Take it away. Take it away.
Went to a running camp there when I was in high
Yeah.
school. The amount of history and just professionalism on that campus. I'm going fucking 9. I enjoy Virginia Tech. I'm a big fan of the university, not just the football. Just love that the whole makeup
Yeah.
of the campus.
No, I'll go with you at a 9. I'll go with you at a 9. So far we're perfectly healthy on FSU. Looks like we got the flu with Louisville and NC State, Georgia Tech, and nothing too bad. Just a little bit of a wine hangover there, and then Virginia Tech, we got kidney stones for those guys.
Q and her Sandman.
That's why
Yes.
that would be fucking cool.
It better be in the fucking game. That's all I have to say. It better be in the fucking game.
I think it is.
All
I think
right.
it is.
I mean,
You know what? I'm pretty sure, because they pipe in good crowd noise too. They got that crowd meter thing that adjusts the pressure that you're under if you're an away team.
Yeah.
I would imagine they have entrances too. I think they do. I think I saw that they did. I'm going to verify that and report back next week because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Pretty sure that's a thing. So, Penn State's going to enter to Kerncraft 4000.
Yeah. I mean,
Notre Dame's going to enter to shipping up to Boston. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. South Carolina to Sandstorm. Come on.
right.
Good times. Good times, brother. Anyway, moving on with the ACC.
Yep.
I don't have a likeness for this team either, for more reasons than one. Clemson. I'm not a huge Dabo guy. He's not really adapting to the modern game. And Clemson's bounced us from the playoffs a couple times. 3.
Yep. Fuck them.
2 for me.
Okay.
I'm curious on this one. I think we might be diametrically opposed here. The University of North Carolina. I'm not huge on him. You're not huge on him either?
Do not like, no.
Okay.
This is going to be really hurtful. Fucking 2.
2? Ooh, I'm not going that low. I was thinking like 5, mid 4 to 5.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah.
Okay. So we're what are we at a 3-5 there? We're at a common cold level right there, and then with Clemson, we just got migraines.
They're too in your face, Trevor. I can't do Tar Heels.
No, I understand. I understand. They're too in your face for the level of talent that they have, and I don't.
Correct.
Like that.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like that. Duke.
Okay, now that
another basketball school, another football program starting to come to prominence, but they did lose Elko to Texas A&M.
They annoy the shit out of me as well. But the
basketball program does for me because Notre Dame's in the ACC. So
give them a 6 just because of the prominence of the basketball program.
I was thinking around the same thing, so I'll just agree with you. That puts us in wine hangover range again.
Okay.
Another school I don't particularly have a liking for, Boston College. A program with a good bit of history, a lot of NFL draft picks there, and obviously, memorable moments like the Flutie Hail Mary.
But 7 popped in my head again.
I'm going to say 5.
Okay.
5, maybe 4 or 5. I'll say that.
Only guy I really give a shit that went there was Chris Herron.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, the basketball player.
Watch the 30 for 30 unguarded. That's my favorite of all time.
It's a good one.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Excellent recovery story there.
Yes.
It's a bit of it is what could have been, but also a good recovery story.
Yeah.
4 more to go.
Okay.
Syracuse.
Oh, Trevor.
Got the old Ohio State quarterback, by the way.
1.
I
hate the orange.
Wow.
Fuck the orange. I cannot sit here as a Bonnie alum and give any flowers to Syracuse. I can't. Fuck
normally I wouldn't mind them. I wouldn't mind it, but they just got the old Ohio State quarterback McCord.
Oh, then 1 all the day. Yep.
Yeah, 1 all day. Yeah. So I would have said like a 6 had he not transferred there, because McNabb went there, a couple other guys went there as well that I enjoy, but I don't know.
There's a running back. I'll look it up.
They went to Syracuse?
Yeah, big. I gotta look. I'll have to look. Very old player. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's still in the NFL?
No.
Or like old and eras.
Old and eras. They had his banner when we were there at the Carrier Dome. Yeah.
Got you. Last few here. You might piss some people off with this one because we have a lot of Pittsburgh viewers. Pitt.
Fuck hail to Pitt. We're going 3.
3. Okay.
3.
Okay. I'll be nice and say 5.
H2P. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You know what? I'm downgrading to a 4 because Pitt fans will say that hail to Pitt is not cultish, but we are Penn State is.
Correct.
Stop.
Correct.
Stop that right now.
And every time we play them, we kick the living fuck out.
Cults are literally born out of people saying hail to this person.
Correct.
Hail to this, hail to that.
Yep,
hail to Pitt. No. Fuck off. Penn State is not more cultish than Pitt.
No.
Stop it.
Correct. 4. Okay.
Fuck it. 4.
Okay.
So with Syracuse and then Pitt, we're at migraines and a common cold. Not bad. Virginia.
I'm
indifferent. I'm thinking like 4 or 5. Like I don't
5, 6 range. 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say both 5s. Both 5s for us. Not bad. So we're talking feverish.
Yeah.
Then I kind of want to see this one between the two of us too. I feel like we might have a bit of a different score for this one. Wake Forest.
Another team that's just kind of there for me, Trevor. Give them a 6. Fuck it.
6? I was thinking like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be nice and say 8.
I don't really hate them. I don't really like them. Or that's the same thing.
Well,
I don't really. Yeah.
I like them because they have like the smallest enrollment of any Power 5 school.
Well, that is a factor. Yeah.
But still a fairly competitive football team. They won a bowl game with Hartman not too long ago. So.
Correct.
Yeah, still doing pretty good with them. So with them, we're at about a food poisoning level.
Okay.
And our highest in the ACC, unsurprisingly, Vatek.
Love them.
Vatek. Yeah, love the Hokies.
Yep.
Don't like visiting their stadium when Enter Sandman is playing, but I will admit I do get hyped for it nonetheless.
Oh.
I get intensely focused when that starts playing. Notre Dame's playing them. I know it's no matter what, it's going to be a fun environment to watch.
Yeah.
Which means if you're an away team, it's going to be a very tough environment.
Oh.
And it's been a tough environment on my Irish more than once. So, but it is the way it is. So, out of the ACC, Virginia Tech with a 9, and then the Independents, UMass is going to be the sickest. That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Yeah. And that was the first edition of License to Sicko. And we'll be running this. I got to make a schedule for it. I will make a schedule for it, but we'll be running this until the CFB 25 game comes out. July 19th. Mark your calendars.
Yep.
Pre-order it. I'm pre-ordering the deluxe version.
Yep.
My bank account's going to hate me, but you know what? I love football too much. So that's
There-
just the way. And I've been waiting 10 years for this. So
Correct. Also, if you're looking to go a little heavier, you can do a bundle Madden and NCAA for $150. Not that bad of a deal if you think about it, but just throwing that out there.
yeah, that's not terrible.
Both pre-orders
It's not
for
terrible.
$150. Not bad.
You get the standard Madden or
Deluxe Madden.
you get deluxe for both.
Pre-order.
Oh,
Pre-order
hell
for
yes.
both. Yes.
No, that's a good deal then.
Yeah.
That's a good deal because
Yeah.
you get all the currency and some packs and all that with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, yep. No, that's a good deal. That's
Yes.
a good deal. I'll have to look
Yes.
into that.
Yes.
I'll have to look into that.
But we got the season next year, Trevor.
Yep, we got
Okay.
the transitioning to the NFL season, and then we'll finish it off with our main event of the evening.
No. Okay.
Yes, it's the main event. It's on last.
Okay. Fair
It's
enough.
on last. It's on last.
Okay.
I view this as the CM Punk Undertaker match from WrestleMania 29, and then the main event was Rock Cena, right?
Wow.
Your Rock Cena.
Wow. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like, yeah. Stone Cold, The Rock. Yeah. Wow. That's some high.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, yikes.
One might be viewed a little bit better in quality, but the other is remembered for being twice in a lifetime. So
Correct.
even though they blatantly marketed it as once in a lifetime and then lied to us and did it twice. That was the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vince.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vince.
Well,
glad he's not in charge.
Well, he's in a shit boat.
No, hell yeah. Absolutely.
Shit. Yeah.
And that's how she goes, brother. That's how she goes. But anyway, transitioning to the NFL schedule, we're covering the NFC East, or the remainder of the NFC East this week. We covered the Commanders, Jets, and Dolphins last week. This is our second catch-up week. And then from here on in, planning on doing 2 teams per week. And I got it all mapped out here. We're good to go. We're transitioning to the AFC West after this.
Okay.
So next week it'll be Chiefs, Chargers, then the week after Raiders and Broncos. But this week, Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. Where would you like to start?
Let's do the worst of them. Let's do the Giants.
Okay. I will warn you, obviously not too high on the Giants.
No.
They're over/under win total on FanDuel 6.5, and they are ranked 20th in strength of schedule.
Right.
So, starting out, first 3 weeks, Minnesota, Washington, and Cleveland, with those Washington and Cleveland games being on the road.
Did I have them? I hate making you fucking click through tabs.
No.
Did I have
it
the
all in one
Commanders
sheet.
winning?
We're good. You did.
Okay.
You did. Yes.
They start out 0-3.
I have them at 1-2 getting the Minnesota game.
Okay.
But you have them starting out 0-3 right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Then the 3 after that, weeks 4, 5, and 6 versus Dallas, at Seattle versus Cincinnati. That Dallas game is a Thursday nighter coming off of that Cleveland game. Seattle's at 4:25, and then the Bengals is a Sunday nighter at home.
Fuck, Trevor. I think they're starting out 1-5.
Who do they beat?
The Seahawks.
I haven't beaten the Seahawks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have them at 2-4, or no,
Okay.
you have them at 1-5. I got them at 2-4.
Okay.
But lose to Dallas, lose to Cincinnati, even at home, but they steal one on the road against Seattle. Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. Then weeks 7, 8, and 9 versus Philadelphia, at Pittsburgh on a Monday night, and then versus the Commanders. And you have the Commanders. You have the Commanders losing this one, by the way.
Okay, so they
splitting with the Giants.
1-2 here.
1-2, losing to Philadelphia, Pittsburgh.
Oh, all day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to be a slobber knocker on Monday night.
Believe that's what I have as well. No, actually, I have them getting swept through this stretch.
Okay.
So we have them at an even record right now.
Okay.
2-7. 2-7 to start out. Not good.
No.
Not good. So they're bye week 11, but in weeks 10 and 12 at Carolina and versus Tampa Bay, respectively. It says versus Carolina on this one. Maybe that's like a neutral site game. Oh
Okay.
yeah, neutral site game. That might be one of those overseas ones. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But anyway, neutral site game against Carolina and then versus Tampa Bay on November 24th, the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
They split these 1-1.
That's what I have as well. I have them beating Carolina, losing to Tampa.
Yep.
Good with that?
Yeah, Panthers suck. Yeah.
No, I agree. If I can get my mouse working here.
Oh.
So, yeah, still at an even pace. Looks like what? 3 and 8.
Yep.
3 and 8.
Yep.
That's where I have them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 3 following weeks 13, 14, 15 at Dallas on Thanksgiving, then versus New Orleans, and then versus Baltimore.
It would have to be a fucking meltdown for the Cowboys, but 1 and 2 here. They beat the Saints.
I had the same thing actually.
Yeah.
Beat the Saints.
No, that's.
Yeah, I'm not too particularly high on the Saints either. I think Dennis Allen should be higher on first coach fired.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in him. He just doesn't seem like a leader of men type of a coach that the Saints need. But regardless. So what do we got here? 4 and 10.
Yep.
4 and 10.
Yep.
And finishing it off at Atlanta versus Indianapolis at Philly.
Trevor, they lose out. Dable gets fired right after the Eagles game.
I'm good with that. I think I actually have them beating Indy, so I have them getting to 5 wins.
Okay.
But losing to Atlanta, losing to Philly, both on the road. Regardless, Dayball might get fired.
Oh,
honestly, Dayball, he might get fired mid-season after I have him starting 2-7. We both have him starting 2-7, so he might get shit canned after that. You don't know.
I don't
if
see
if things get sour with him in management again.
No. Well, he how many headsets? Let's put an over-under on that. I bet you he breaks 4 headsets by the 9th game of the season. I mean, the fucking guy just fucking.
So total, we're talking like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8 fucking headsets are shattered. Yeah.
I can vibe with
tablets.
That. Yeah, I'll say we'll put it at 7.5.
I mean, he's just a
7.5
menace on the sideline, dude.
Honestly, that's a good sickos prop bet. If I can find a sports book with that prop bet, that'd be fantastic. So looks like you got them 1, 2, 3, 4. You got them going 4 and 13.
Yep. That's
and like I said before, they're over under 6.5. I have them at 5 and 12. We both have them under.
Mm-hmm.
I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can live with that because I believe I have. What do I have? Oh, I was going to spoil my Cowboys, but I won't do that right now. Mm-hmm. Who next? Philly or Dallas?
Let's get the Cowgirls up here.
Cowgirls out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Dig it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the record, it looks like you have them sweeping. Are they sweeping the Commanders? Yes, they are. And I would imagine sweeping the Giants as well. Yeah. So when those games come up, I'll just mark them off for you. Actually, You know what? Let me run through that right now real quick. So the Washington games and then when's that other Giants game?
The 28th of November.
Oh, yes. Thanksgiving. Yes.
Yep.
So I'll just mark those off.
Okay.
All right. So starting out against Baltimore. Nice little matchup here to start out the season. Let me see if that's a prime timer or not. They have it listed as Baltimore, but it is Cleveland. They actually play Cleveland.
Yep.
Yeah, Tom Brady's first game. You're
okay.
So and that's not me. That's the sheet that had it.
That's all right.
That's the sheet was wrong.
people need to appreciate what the fuck you got going on over there. So.
No, I understand. I understand. But hey, I caught it. I caught it before I started the segment this time.
You did.
So, Cleveland, starting out against Cleveland. Tom Brady's first game as a broadcaster, starting out Sunday, 4:25. Then versus New Orleans, then versus Baltimore.
2-1.
Wait, how the hell? What is this schedule? That's weird. I must have copied in a couple things wrong here because I got two different schedules on two different tabs. Let me copy paste the right thing in here.
Okay. I don't know how to use Excel, so.
Wait. You know what? I'm dumb. You know what I didn't do? I didn't scroll all the way to the left.
Oh.
I'm an accountant too. I work with Excel every fucking day, and I just constantly I can't. You know what? I can't do it in front of people. I guess it's like some micromanaging me. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
But anyway, at Cleveland versus New Orleans versus Baltimore.
Yeah, 2-1. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Winning the first two, losing to Baltimore. That's what I.
Yep. It pains me, but yes.
Then at Giants, at Pittsburgh versus Detroit. That Pittsburgh one, I believe, is a prime timer. Sunday nighter.
They go.
New York one's on a Thursday.
They go 1-2 here, Trevor.
Lose to Pittsburgh, Detroit. That's what I have as well.
Yep. I want the Lions to get their redemption for that bullshit fucking call.
Oh, yeah, the ineligible receiver thing where the guy did report, but they said he didn't. Yep, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Fuck him.
Oh, absolutely. So, what do we got here? Weeks 7, 8, and 9. Week 7 is their bye, so weeks 8 and 9 at San Fran, at Atlanta. And that San Fran game is a Sunday nighter. I got them splitting this.
Yep, 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Yep. 49ers, they lose. Falcons.
Yes, in Candlestick. Yep.
Yep.
Or I think it's called like Levi Stadium or something. It's a sponsor. I forget what it's called. But anyway, the next 3 weeks, 10 through 12, versus Philly, versus Houston, at Washington. You already have Washington as a win, according to Washington's loss.
They beat the Eagles. Oh, fuck, that's Texans game.
Yeah.
I see them going 2-1 here.
2-1, lose to either Philly or Houston?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which I mark.
I'm going to say Philly. They lose to Philly.
Okay, that's the one I was marking, so that's perfect.
Yeah. It's going to be a hell of a game, though. I'm excited for November 18th.
No, likewise. I think I have them sweeping that one, and I have them starting out, what are we through, week 12? 7-4.
Okay.
7-4. You have them at, we're through week 12. 6-5. 6-5.
Yeah.
That feels right. That feels, mediocre, but still probably in the division lead.
Yes. Yeah. Fuckers.
Or close to it. They're just gonna swim around, hang around. Anyway, weeks 13 through 15 versus the Giants versus Cincinnati at Carolina. That Cincinnati game is a Monday nighter.
For whatever reason,
New York's also on a Thursday again.
They go 2-1 here.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
Or no. They sweep it.
Sweep?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I see the Bengals shitting themselves in December.
Oh, I have the opposite.
Okay.
I got Cincinnati winning, but of course they beat Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how many games I'm going to have Carolina winning this year. I can't wait to get to the NFC South.
Tepper, fuck him.
Tep, yeah.
Dumping beer.
He's like soliciting fans for stadium upgrades now.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I think he's like trying to pass a tax bill or something. Not going to pay for it himself. Anyway.
Great.
Lovely human. Last 3, Tampa versus Tampa at Philly versus Washington. You already have Washington as a victory.
It's always a hell of a showdown between the Bucks and the Cowboys at this time of year.
That's a Sunday night or two, not a primetime game.
Yeah.
Cowboys got a few of those.
I'm going to say they go 2-1 here.
Yes.
They lose to the Eagles, though. Eagles come back and get them.
You have the Eagles sweeping them then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got them going 11-6.
And they're probably second in their division then, right, Trevor? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, we still got Philly to do.
Oh, well, right.
Still got Philly to do, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And Dallas, for the record, 10.5 is the over-under on FanDuel, and they have the 22nd strength of schedule.
I'm not even looking at fucking. I'm happy where we're at. I haven't even touched FanDuel since the end of the Super Bowl. So all right, okay.
We have a couple games different, but I actually have them with the same result: 11-6.
Okay.
11-6. Actually, let me see if we have any games different. Oh yeah, we have the Cincinnati game different. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And I have them beating Philly once.
Okay.
Their home game against Philly. That's what I have. But still 11-6.
Yep.
So on to the Eagles, buddy.
Oh.
On to the Eagles.
Fuckers.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Anyway, let me run through the division games here real quick because we covered the rest of them, and I was just going to do the offset. Looks like you got them sweeping. You got them sweeping Washington.
Yep.
Looks like you got Washington 0-6 in the division, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no, beating the Giants once, so 1-5. Yeah, 1-5. I would imagine you have them sweeping the Giants as well.
Yep.
Yes. And then Dallas, you have Dallas sweeping them.
Yep.
Or no, you have them getting swept by Dallas.
Yep.
So you have them going 6-0 in division, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So just marking those off. Starting out with 3 non-divisional games. Honestly, pretty good contests here against the Packers, Falcons, and Saints. And the only one on the road is the Saints. Green Bay is on a Friday night at a neutral site, and Atlanta is on a Monday night.
They stumble out of the gate first game, Trevor. Lose it to the Packers 2-1.
Lose to the Packers. Okay. I have them losing to Atlanta, actually.
Okay.
Losing to Atlanta, but still starting out 2-1.
Okay.
Cool. Starting out 2-1. And then they actually have a pretty early bye, week 5. So they're going to be playing, 13 straight games after that.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the Steelers. They had to do that. I think it was during COVID when a game got scheduled for like a Wednesday or some bullshit.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kind of. It screwed us. It screwed. I mean, that team was kind of, we were a false 11-0. We knew it, but it just kind of took everything out of us. But anyway, at Tampa in week 4 and versus Cleveland in week 6. Both 1:00 games.
Win both. 2-0.
Win both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me see what I have them here. I actually have them losing both. Shit. So we're flip-flopped here.
Okay.
We're flip-flopped here. I have them struggling out of the gate going 2-3, still trying to find their footing with Saquon and still trying to figure the offense out a little bit with the new coordinators and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna stumble a little bit out of the gate, but you have them starting out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, counting the following game, which is the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
But then week 7, 8, 9, Giants, Cincinnati on the road, and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a Sunday nighter.
I see them dropping the games to Jaguars and the Bengals.
Oh, they dropped these 2 for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I have them losing 1. I have them losing to Cincinnati, beating Jacksonville.
Okay.
Then moving on. Looks like what are we weeks 10 through 12? Weeks 10 through 12 at Dallas versus Washington at Rams. You have the Dallas and Washington games as wins. So just down to the Rams game, which is on a Sunday night.
I'm feeling weird about this one.
I was 2 when I picked it. That's why I picked them to lose. And I actually picked them to lose against Dallas in this stretch as well. So 1 and 2 in this stretch.
Yeah. They lose.
But you're reduced to at least a 2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and 1.
Say 2 and 1.
But they lose under a touchdown to the Rams.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's in LA too, so it's going to be, indoor SoFi.
Yep.
Yeah. So then next 3 weeks, weeks 13 through 15 at Baltimore versus Carolina versus Pittsburgh. And none of those are primetime games. What do I have here? I have them getting 2 here, and I actually have them beating Pittsburgh. I know.
Seeing them go 1 and 2 here.
1 and 2.
Sorry. 2 and 1. 2 and 1.
They losing to Pittsburgh?
They're losing to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And it's going to be over some bullshit call that the Steelers finally get.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be something weird that are gonna have Philly fans crying for the next 4 years until we play them again.
Yes.
Or whatever, however long the rotation.
The Steelers struggle so bad in Philly, Trevor. It pisses me off.
It's strange. Yeah, it's strange. But then anyway, week 16 through 18, they're a wash for you. You have them all as wins because you have them sweeping the division.
Yep.
And I likewise. So I have them winning 5 straight to finish it out, and I have them going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going 10 and 7.
Okay.
You have them going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have them going 12 and 5.
Okay.
They're over under on FanDuel 10.5.
Not too shabby.
Strength of schedule at 9. So top 10 in terms of easiest schedules. So yeah, we got a couple games difference there. You're a little higher on them than I am, and it looks like you have them winning the NFC least again.
Yes.
For the second time in 3 years. Again, preventing a repeat winner in that division. A division that hasn't had a repeat winner for most of this century.
The other beauty to it, Trevor, is they choke in the playoffs again.
Philly does?
Yeah.
And Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of NFC least in the playoffs.
No. Merry fucking
Gotcha.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely okay with that. I am 100% okay with that.
Piece of shit. Okay.
So, yeah, last couple segments of these went a little bit long because we had to cover an extra team, but we're back on schedule next week. We'll be going 2 teams, like I said, covering the AFC West next with the Chiefs and the Chargers. One team potentially three-peating and one team potentially going worst to first. Under a new regime with a guy that's really known to turn things around. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation.
Mm-hmm. And sign stealing.
Illegal sign stealing. He can't go to the game. You can't go to the games. You can't go to the games. You can't go to the games and film people. You can just watch.
Right.
And watch it on TV and get what you need. It's not that hard. For a guy that knows what the hell he's doing. I don't think it's that hard.
No, he played quarterback in the fucking NFL. Come on.
He did.
But swinging over here, we got debate time.
Yes, sir.
Debate time here. This is going to be an interesting conversation. Hopefully you're watching to this point in the episode. But should athletes, Trevor, be allowed to deny participation? Jesus Christ. Should athletes be allowed to deny participation in international competitions?
You mean like football games in Frankfurt and London? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can refuse.
Okay. Do you feel – I don't know if we've seen that happen, though, yet.
I think Bakhtiari did it.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. Okay.
I think he did it, but he did it for I think it was partially for injury reasons.
Turf, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That too. Oh, yeah. He didn't really play on turf.
I'm
Not-
just
not so
saying,
much the international aspect of it.
I guess,
Hunter.
not to prolong the question, but I guess to add more substance to the debate,
Sure.
the issue I have with it is they basically lay the field out on whatever fucking surface I guess are in these fields, and guys are literally saying it feels like they're falling on fucking pavement when they get hit.
I believe it. I believe it.
Why not improve the quality? And if you're not going to improve the quality, then they should be allowed to deny the participation.
It's cheap, but it's literally, it's like, I don't know what percentage of your expenses it is, but it's pretty damn low to maintain a football field.
We talked about, yes,
Yeah.
and
It's like one of the easiest things you can do for player safety, and they're just not doing it.
And my other, I guess, to add to it too is these guys that go over there are basically ambassadors of your fucking brand.
Correct.
Why wouldn't you want to give them the highest level of? I guess I don't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They're kind of subject to the promoters, the bookers, and whoever's managing the facility over there because they're playing in soccer stadiums.
You're right.
And soccer stadium makes a little bit more sense for turf. You want the game to go fast and people aren't getting knocked down a whole lot.
Right.
You want it to be fast. You want it to be quick. But football, yes, you want it to be fast. You want it to be quick, but you also want it to be somewhat safe for people to land on.
Yes.
So, no, I don't know. Yeah, no, should athletes, be able to deny participation? Yeah.
Okay.
They can opt out. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why that's an issue.
Okay.
Whether it's even for familial reasons, they just don't want to go overseas. I don't care. I mean, honestly, the quality of a lot of these games is diminished as it is with teams. They have to get over there, and they a lot of the teams don't get over there until like 2 or 3 days before. Then they don't get the chance to practice a whole lot. So the playbook is simplified, and that leads to more predictable football and less of a game that the NFL is looking for anyway. So,
okay. Do we see sanctions coming out if players start doing that though? Fines from Goodell.
Maybe.
Fucking piece of shit.
That's
what I think.
I don't know. Honestly, this is the first that I've discussed this question. So. No, I'm going to have to look a little bit more into this. We're definitely going to have more conversations as we get closer to the season, and even as we talk about the international games during the season.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this will be keep this conversation going. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. A lot of GOATs conversation out there, Trevor. But all time, who is the greatest of all time in athlete form?
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. Ooh.
We might disagree on this.
I think we do. So I'll let you go first.
I got to say, Michael. Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just all around. Because now his brand's now in baseball. It's in fucking football. It's literally fucking all over the goddamn place. And it's just projected all over every sports outlet.
Okay. So you're taking it as not only from an athletic perspective, from a wider societal influence type of perspective.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with the athletic perspective.
Okay.
And I'll throw you a curveball here. Muhammad Ali.
Oh. He's coming. Okay.
And I knew he was coming, but I was thinking GOAT of GOATs in their sport.
Yeah.
Transcendent as well. I guess kind of delving into the societal impact. A big Muslim advocate, rights advocate, an activist, widely influential and fantastic at his sport.
Yeah.
Few could touch him.
Yes. Yeah. No, I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say TB12 because of all the rings and
right.
How much it's not really a debate who is the GOAT.
Right.
Quarterbacks. But I was thinking, who's the greatest of all time at their sport?
Yeah.
Muhammad. And that is also, I know we're going to talk about it here in a minute, but that as close to undisputed a GOAT debate as you get.
Okay. Yeah, no, we don't talk a lot about boxing, so I'm kind of trying to infiltrate it a little bit.
That Paul Tyson fight
Oh,
got postponed again.
it pissed me off. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
scared. He's scared. He's a little
Nah,
scared.
well, you saw the video. He was out by his pool just crying in the rain. It's like, yeah. Anyway, I'm talking about Jake Paul. Mike Tyson doesn't fucking cry.
No. He that's a conversation for a later time.
We'll talk.
Best sports franchise, Trevor. When I think of this, the franchise just catapulted the league with it as well.
Okay.
Packers come to mind with Lombardi.
Yep. They were among the first. Lakers, Celtics.
I think of Steelers. That's bias.
I'm not going to spoil it. Go ahead. Because it's my pick.
Yankees could be thrown in there. But I'm going to have to go. This is going to be shocking, but I'm going to say the Packers.
I like that. That was my first thought, but you said Yankees.
Yankees as well.
As much as I hate to say it.
Pinstripes,
yeah. Pinstripes. You got Mickey Mantle, Dayton, what's her name? Marilyn Monroe, Murders Row, Mariano, Jeter, Rodriguez. The list goes on and on and on. By far the most championships in league history. I think it's at 27 now. I think the second closest has like 12. In terms of wider influence on society and the game over a long ass period of time too. The Yankees have been good since the turn of the 20th century when they got Babe for $100,000. And a Broadway play.
Well, right.
So, best sports franchise in terms, like I said, in terms of wider societal impact and success. New York Yankees.
Okay.
I understand why you said the Packers, though. One of the founders of the NFL. Obviously, you got Lombardi, Favre, Rodgers, all kinds of championships. Won the first 2 Super Bowls. Yeah.
I'm just saying that if you look at, and if people get time, just do this. It's going to be probably a 20 to 30 minute read and graphic you're going to have to go through. But from that fucking Vince Lombardi to coaches nowadays, the trickles down from him, Trevor, to the coaches, it is mind-boggling. The relationships. I mean, fuck.
It's like a coaching bloodline, but not.
It's like, well, he
not
was
actual
his
blood,
assistant, and then he was the head coach, and then his assistant. It's you got to look it up. It's actually. But I respect the Yankees. Okay, this one. This is going to be a lot. I hope to see some comments in the fucking under the video for this one. Ali versus Tyson in boxing. If you put them now, both in their prime, who do you have winning?
Oh, you talk about a can't miss fight.
I mean, there's been multiple times over the fight night games, whatever, any boxing game, people have simulated this, and there's been different outcomes. I'm going Ali because of the reach and speed.
Same, actually. Don't get me wrong. I love Tyson's power. Love Tyson's power.
Yes.
And he could beat the hell out of anybody not named Evander Holyfield.
Right.
And who's the guy that Buster Douglas?
Yep.
Buster Douglas, 46 to 1 odds. He could beat the hell out of anybody, but there's only one that could float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Yes.
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. And I'm not taking
boxing and WWE Hall of Famer, by the way.
Right. Yeah. I'm not taking away from Customato and the whole story with Tyson, but I will say this, though. There's a caveat. If Tyson is able to get that uppercut or that right fucking cut on him, Trevor.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to take Ali.
It's tough because you got to handicap eras too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
In boxing rules, I don't know. I would have to look more into that.
I would imagine they were a little looser in Ali's day.
Yeah, well, fucking guys were getting killed in there, literally. So
Yep. Concussions. What are those?
Fuck.
Like, no
Two
such
days.
thing.
2 days later, they're back in the ring after a fucking fuck.
Yeah.
No, that's always been a topic. But all right, this is a big conversation. And speaking of a GOAT, Michael Jordan said the quote, franchises make the team, but the athletes have to go out there and perform. Owners versus players, Trevor. Do the franchises, do the organizations make the team, or do the players and the athletes make the team? Is it more? Now, we can construct a great team, but the gelling of the team comes from the athletes.
You need money, you need sponsorships, you need TV deals, you need money floating around.
Okay.
Without that, you're not going to have players going after that sort of money and getting on the field or the court or whatever, or the diamond, whatever the playing surface is.
Right. Now I throw this out.
I gotta say, you're asking if it's more the owners making the franchises or the players making the franchises.
Yeah.
In that vein, I'll say the players. In that vein, I'll say the players, because they establish the identity of the franchise and they're the last determinant of success for the franchise.
Okay.
They like you said, they have to go out there, perform. Like Jordan said, they have to go out there, perform. You can get them all together, that's fine, but they have to go out there and execute. You can have the perfect game plan. You can have you can have all the amenities in the world. You can have all the fan engagement you want, all the marketing, all the glitz and glamour that comes with being a franchise. But you need players, and you need players to win.
Right.
Otherwise, fans lose interest. Fans lose interest. I mean, look at the Hornets. Look at the Pistons. Look at, Jets fans for a long time. Hell, Lions fans for a long time.
Yeah. The fun fact, though, and people that might disagree with me, Trevor's take here, when Jordan got drafted, Trevor, this is no joke, and you can look it up. I don't know if it was line dancing or what the fuck it was, but they had rights over the TV spot over the Bulls. And when Michael came in and started performing, then that's when the TV deals and all that came in. So that's why Jerry Krause can burn in hell.
That's part of it. Well, he led the greatest dynasty in basketball history, other than maybe the '60s Celtics. So he put that together.
Okay, fair enough. This is always a topic when teaching the game or just talking football with folks, Trevor. Run to set up the pass or pass to set up the run?
Oh, I always run to set up the pass.
That's what I would.
Yeah, that's that. I'm old school. That's how I play Madden. That's how I like to see offenses work.
Yep.
Establish the ground game. If you can get the ball moving on the ground game, stay, ahead of the chains, so to speak. And you can, throw in play action. You can throw in QB runs. You can throw in option plays. You can throw in things like that.
Yep.
Obviously depends on the personnel, both on the coaching and the player side that you have. Correct. You got to fit the scheme with the players that you have, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. If you try to fit players to a scheme and it's out of their scheme, it's not going to work. We've seen that time and time again. You got to fit schemes to players. Right. Andy Reid does that the best. He's the best at that right now. And he's been the best at that for a long ass time. He should teach a class on how to do that. If you want to see how to fit a scheme to the players that you have on the field, mm-hmm. and then you keep that scheme going with the players you draft and bring in free agency and in trades and all that. Yeah. Watch that guy over the last decade. Correct. Because that's exactly what he's been doing. Okay. So it depends on scheme for sure. But if I'm building an offense, and this is the Steeler football way too, run to set the pass.
Thought of Bill Cowher. It got very iffy there with Ben.
Chinny chin chin. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Ben would audible out of the running plays, and Cowher's like, "What the fuck? I wanted."
Oh yeah. I read about that in his book. He drove Cowher nuts, man.
Yes.
In his rookie year, he drove Cowher absolutely bonkers. But then, he'd throw a dart to Plexico in the end zone, and he'd be like, "Well, all right."
It's a good problem to have. You're kind of a double-edged sword there. You can fucking either do that, or you can.
But well, I don't know. You got at the time, you got the bus, and you got Deuce, and you can pound the ball pretty soon after that, Willie.
Yeah. Right.
So.
No,
I don't know.
that's
But yeah,
when I
I prefer run instead of the pass. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the biggest question of them all, coaches from all over the world have said this for years and generations, Trevor, all the way back
Sure.
from fucking Red Baron, or not Red Baron, whatever, the guy that, what the fuck's his name with the Celtics,
Red Auerbach.
Yeah, said this as well. Defense wins championships. Do you agree with that?
People show up for the offense, but defense does win championships.
Okay.
It wins a lot of championships. I'll say that. Some of them, we've seen teams. I'll say this: we've seen fewer teams just outscore the opponent to death. Just run up the score on teams, score 125 a game in an NBA game, let's say,
Right.
but they'll give up 130.
Mm-hmm.
But if you score 110 a game and you only give up 105, you're doing okay for yourself. Look at that. Look at this Celtics team right now. One of the best offenses and defenses in NBA history.
Right.
I mean, my personal opinion is a bad offense can more survive with a good defense because you're still going to be in a lot of games. You just need to make some more clutch plays.
I think back to the Bad Boys. They really didn't have that fucking score.
No, they didn't have to.
They didn't have to. And
they didn't have to.
It's I think that'll be a conversation for you till the end of time. Does defense really win it, or is it the star power of your best fucking guy that it's what it is.
Well, the professional sports are I'm talking NBA and NFL, specifically right. MLB to a point as well.
Right.
It's more tailored for offense. That like I said, offense gets people in the door. It gets fans excited. It sells tickets. It sells merchandise. It's it's a moneymaker. Offense is the moneymaker, but defense is the winner.
Right. And I think true football fans like the battle in the trenches more than the flashy passes.
Oh yeah, I do like. Granted, I want a little bit of scoring. I'd like a 24-21 game. That's good. I don't want to see like a 6-0 old school type of a game every single time. So a good mix, but like, don't get me wrong. When TJ Watt throws down Lamar Jackson or say Joe Burrow or somebody like that, or just punches the football out of the ball carrier. I get a little excited.
Yeah.
Or if Alex Highsmith has taken an interception back to the house, I'm getting excited.
Yeah,
I'm getting excited.
Yeah, but that's all I had. Trevor, anything else for the beautiful people out there?
No, I'm good, buddy. Okay. I'm good. Pre-order your CFB 25, and like Drew said, package it with your Madden, and
technically you're walking out with one of the games being $50.
I was gonna say, for
a deluxe edition.
You got two $75 games there. You're getting like $25 off of each game, essentially.
Yeah.
That's to me that's a good deal because I'm gonna buy both anyway.
Right.
So I'm absolutely gonna go do that. I'm very excited. Oh. And I will tell the viewers too. Pay attention to the WNBA this season because it's actually it's going to be very, very contentious and interesting. I mean, you want to talk about gritty play, defense wins championships type of play. You'll see that in the WNBA this year. It's going to be fun.
And I will tell you this will be the first year when 2K comes out. I will get it when it first comes out, and first game I'm going to do, Trevor. Guess what that would be?
Probably the Fever against the Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about the impact that fucking young woman's had.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to throw that out there.
We should play a WNBA game tonight.
We should.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right. It was a good show. We appreciate everybody watching us, supporting us. Again, if you have any athletes out there, I've had a couple people reach out. Get some more people in here. You want to see on the show, and we'll try to get their story out and match up schedules for me and Trevor, and we'll give you the best we can. But as always, stay safe out there. God bless. Have a good day. Have a good night. And this was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. All gas, no breaks with your host DB and host Trevor Dinsmore. Have a good night.
Take care.